Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our last video we were showing you these great little number modules from the free plugin Divi Brain Addons. Now, like I say, Divi Brain Addons is absolutely free and you can download it from this link. I'll put it below the video. Just hit the download free button and install it. And we had a question, and somebody was asking, can we use these for titles? And yeah, you can use them for just about anything you want. So I put together this little demo. Really easy to do. I'll show you how to do it. So let's add a new page and we'll start from scratch. I'm going to use the Divi builder. And I'm going to build from scratch. I'm going to insert single row with a single column in it. Divi comes as standard with all the grey modules here, the light grey ones, and there's plenty of them to build just about any sort of site. If you're using WooCommerce, it'll give you an extra dozen or so as well to display your products with. When you add the free Divi Brain add-ons here, it gives you these 20 or so extra modules. The one we're using for this today is the same one as we used for the numbers the other day, which is the Brain numbers. And there it is. It automatically puts a little box in with a number. Put whatever you want in where the number is. We're under content and content. And as you can see, it's put it in there. It's kind of squashed up, but we'll sort that all out in a moment. Down below is a link. Obviously, if you want to link this whole module to something, you put it in here, put your link in there. If you're linking to your own site, a page on your own site, leave it in the same window. But for best practice, if you're linking to an off-site, some other site than yours, put it in a new tab so yours stays open. Okay, next we've got background. I'm going to put a background in. We can put it in here, or we can actually put it in a number. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. You've got color, gradient, image, or video. I'm going to use a gradient for a bit of fun today. And I'll just change that second color. There we go. You might be thinking, well, it doesn't look very good. It will. It'll look fine. Okay, let's roll on down. I'm going to leave it as a linear gradient. You can have a radial if you prefer, which will emanate out from the middle. I'll leave that just as it is. Don't need to put it above the image because there isn't one. Let's move on to our design tab now. Here's our number. Alignment, want it in the middle. It's already there. Height, 100 pixels. It's this height that we've got here. That's fine for the moment. Width, though, I want it to be as wide as possible. We'll take up all the available space. So just slide this up. And if you've got bits sticking out either side there, not that it matters because we're going to take that background away. You can put in 100% if you prefer, and it'll take up all the available width. Okay, number padding, not going to give it any number padding or anything like that. If you want to, you can rotate the whole thing so it goes crazy like that. And you can rotate the module it's in a different way if you want to, or the same way if you prefer. But for me, I'm going to leave it just as it is. If you play with these settings and don't like what you've got, just simply select them, hit delete, and it'll return to the default for you. Okay, now here's our number background. I want to make sure that's transparent, so I'm going to hit the little transparent button down there. There we go, we got our gradient back. Okay, I'm not going to give it any rounded corners. Border styles, well, I guess we could give it a border on the bottom or the top and the bottom. Let's give the top 3 pixels. Let's make it interesting and make it red like I did in that crazy numbers we had before. And let's chuck one on the bottom as well. And again, I'll do 3. And we'll make it red also. Great. I'm not going to give it a box shadow. Text wise, can't really see that very well, so let's go in there. I'm going to go ahead and change the font. Divi by default has hundreds of fonts, literally hundreds of fonts. I haven't been through them all. If you go in there and roll over one, it'll give you an example of what it's going to look like. I've got one up here that I've used recently, so let's throw that in. It's kind of a blocky text. Okay, so we still can't see it very well. I'm going to make it white so we can see it. Let's make it a lot bigger. And perhaps capitalize it for fun. Now that looks like a heading right there. Great, so we've got that in there. Let's just slide on down. You can space your letters out a bit if you want to spread them out more. I'm happy with the default there. Line height gives it more space up and down. I think this is dictated though by the height that we put in, which was 100 pixels earlier. We can change that later and I'll show you how. I'll put a bit of text shadow in just to make it stand out a bit more on that background there. Okay, so I mean that's a pretty good looking heading right there. Text alignment we're fine in the middle. The only other thing, if you wanted to, you could make that full width. So if we were to save this, go into your row, which is the green tab. You've got a blue tab for a section, a green tab for a row within a section, and a dark tab for whatever modules you've got inside. So let's go into the row. I'm going to go to design, sizing. I'm going to put the width up to 100%. I'm going to copy that by left clicking and dragging. Control C to copy. And I'm going to paste it in the max width below, or you can just type it in if you prefer. And as you can see, we've got a full width heading there. So that's one way of doing it, and let's just add a little module underneath it. We'll throw in a bit of text so it looks like more like a heading. There we go, we've got something underneath it now. And for smaller headings, do exactly the same. We'll just duplicate this module. Now let's create another row down below. Little green button to create another row. Let's give it 3 columns this time. We'll get rid of that. And we'll drag the one that we just cloned down. Doesn't matter which one you put down here, they're both exactly the same. Okay, that looks a little crazy because our text is so huge here. But let's go in there and make it a little smaller and perhaps give it pill-shaped corners like we did on the example. So I'm going to go into the actual module itself. First thing I want to do is take that text size down so we can read it. I mean, that's quite a cool effect, but it's really not what I want today. So I'm going to go into the text. We're on the design tab. I'm going to go down and just take it down in size until it fits in our little container there. That's fine. There we go, just right. Okay, and the only other thing to make those corners rounded, we'll go down to our border right here. And let's put in a crazy amount like 50, which will make it sort of pill shaped. There we go, just like that. Now I've got a little bit too much height. I don't want it to be as fat as that. So I want to take some of this height away. And you may think you can do that with padding, but it's not. We've actually dictated the height in the number up here. Here's the height. So you can just take that down until it's where you want it. That's all right. It works pretty well for me. And save your changes. Just duplicate this module and put a bit of text under it so our heading's got something underneath it. There you go. Simple as that. And like I say, the Brain add-on's absolutely free. Let's save our changes and exit the Visual Builder. Make sure this is going to work on the front end. Yeah, perfect, absolutely fine. Like I say, Divi Brain add-ons is absolutely free. You can get it from this link down below. And I'm going to pretty much recommend this to anybody that has Divi if they want to have a free plugin to add some more functionality to it. This is the one to get. I do demo a lot of premium plugins, which are great and have more features than this, obviously. But if you want a few extensions for free and more modules, this is the one to go for. So there you go. I hope that's answered your question. You can use that for headings as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, ring the bell, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.